Hi, Earth signs. Welcome to April. I'm so glad we are in a new month. I apologize for getting these forecasts out to you so late. I tend to, if you're new to my channel, I tend to try to get the monthly forecasts out prior to the month starting. And I pretty much had a decade in March, right, to get all this stuff out. But as you guys all know, the energy has been very heavy, and I myself struggled quite a bit with ascension symptoms, just chronic migraine I couldn't get rid of, just picking up on the energy, the fear, all of those things. And I was pretty much up until last weekend, through last weekend, I was on my couch, just struggled to function outside of my day job, and didn't have the energy to bring you guys anything that I felt was quality. But I was able to put out the shadow work. If you haven't seen those, I strongly suggest that you check those out. I put out 2 videos. Those are full-length videos that are all free content. You will see, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to see my returning subscribers as well. But you will see that I am doing this as it's a general reading, first of all, but I kind of get into the current energy, what's going on, and if it's resonating for you, then there will be an extended version over on Vimeo that's $7.77. I am doing that. I just started charging for extended versions of these particular readings. Most of my other content is free, you will see, but I was strongly guided by Spirit that, you know, energy exchange is important. And if I'm giving too much of myself freely, things get out of balance, right? And then also, I do spend money. If you wouldn't believe the amount of tarot cards that I have. It's a little bit of an obsession, but I like to tap into the different energies to bring you guys, depending on the season, depending on what's going on in the collective. There are different decks that have different energies about them. So I like to stay on top of those trends, and I'm an intuitive reader, so the artwork is important to me. So that costs money. Obviously, you guys know the running joke is I need to upgrade my equipment and get more memory so that I can record longer videos, bring you longer content without my memory running out. And I still haven't figured that out. I'm hoping in quarantine I'll be able to do that. So one other thing to keep in mind is that, again, general reading, take what resonates, toss the rest. And, if none of this applies to you, maybe next time I'll tap into your energy. But you may want to also check your moon, rising, Venus, other aspects of your chart. It's called a natal chart. I've got a link down below that's free. You can tap into that. Look into, again, this is earth signs, but you might have a lot of water in your chart. So that might the water sign reading might resonate more for you this month, and maybe next month a different one will. So you may want to check them all out. I will, as you know, if you clicked on this, obviously you saw that there's a title that kind of summarizes the theme. Each one of those will have it. So even if you don't know, or if you don't have any water in your chart, but that title of that reading is like, oh, that kind of sounds like something that I'm interested in, watch it, because it might have a message for you. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to use, I think it's called the Archangel Tarot, or the Angel Tarot. It's the very first deck that I ever got. It's a very gentle energy. I feel like we need that right now. Just a loving, gentle. There's a lot of affirmations and things that come out in addition to the intuitive messages I get, and I was really drawn to that today. So, send messages, please. This means a clear channel to bring the best messages for the Earth Sign Collective. What's going on right now? What's going on in March, ending March into April. Okay, so that's what's now, and to backtrack here, what's going to happen. So I'm looking at the general energy now, kind of tapping into what's going on. May get into an oracle card here or there. We'll see how time permits. And then on Vimeo, what I do is I tap into much more detail as far as what comes out here. There'll probably be a major theme, 1 or 2 things that come out. We're going to pull another spread. I think I'm going to use the Star Tarot over on Vimeo. Pull another spread of the traditional tarot cards, look into that theme more in depth, and then start getting guidance, specific guidance for you. So this gives you a preview. The Vimeo readings are about 20 minutes, give or take. All right. All right. Earth signs. We got a lot of earth energy coming out. I'm not surprised about that. Yeah. I'm not surprised to see that card come out either. I figured it would. I figure it probably will for most people this time. Okay. Definitely picking up on. I think yeah, what I'm picking up on, I was, again, this is an entertainment, type thing too. I'm trying to bring some lighthearted energy into this, but I'm picking up into what's going on with the collective. So I'm gonna, if this is what's present, it's what's present. But there has been some sort of a closure, a death of an old existence, and I don't think it matters what sign you are, right? Earth sign, within that group, or if you're a fire sign or whatever. Everybody as a collective has went through that right now. So we've got release, which is death, which is the death card. Now, usually in the tarot, this does not mean a literal death of someone unless you've got some other cards that are paired with it, and I'm not seeing those here. But most often it is the death of a situation, the end of a situation. It actually says on here the end of a phase or situation. Okay, yeah, spiritual transformation, time to move on. I'm getting that maybe there was some sort of I feel like a change in the work situation, or possibly the ending of a job. Someone, you may have lost your job based on what's happening with the pandemic, or your hours may be affected. Something has shifted with that, and I think what you're struggling with right now, you're, I think, excited to maybe be free of that environment, because it maybe was a toxic environment. It wasn't really enabling you to act within your creative potential and what your maybe your spiritual gifts are. And I'm getting that things were out of balance with that career, and what's coming through is that you knew it needed to end. You knew you were meant to do more, but the fear of financial burden and feeling unstable, obviously somebody's not just going to walk away from a job. That's their livelihood. They need to pay their rent, their mortgage, whatever. But I feel like whatever this was, like this happened in the last month, most likely is what we're all dealing with, which is the pandemic, that has forced the situation that was out of balance. It's forced it into completion, because we've got the Two of Pentacles here and the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the card that's the happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life, is what this says. It's kind of, for me, the Ten of Earth, Ten of Pentacles, is kind of one of the Holy Grail cards. When you get one of these cards, it's kind of like the completion of all your dreams, everything in the physical you've ever wanted. And I feel like the situation you were in before wasn't going to ever bring you that. It maybe brought you some financial stability, but it wasn't, I'm getting, you were never going to make the have the abundance that you're capable of having if you tap into your creativity, into your gifts. What we've got is the current energy as the Queen of Fire. Now, you could have fire in your chart. You could be dealing with a fire sign, possibly somebody that has wanted to partner with you in a business venture or something like that. Maybe you've held off because you've not had time. But what I'm getting is more the energy of the Queen of Fire, not a specific person. So the Queen of Fire is stretch your wings and fly. I mean, that's exactly what I was just saying. Whatever this job situation was, it had to end. You were stuck in this endless cycle, and it's terrifying and scary, and you were never going to walk away from it. But I feel like this is a major arcana, by the way, which is a much more stronger energy, a fated energy. It was fated to happen. You've just got to now, I think maybe you're already starting to build the confidence and realize, all right, I'm picking up on some of you, if this happened, you're most likely a light worker, a light bearer. There's maybe time and things that you weren't putting into those gifts and doing that as much. And now there's an opportunity to do that. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. I was picking up on the creativity earlier, and we have the Three of Pentacles. The power of creativity is what this says on this card, you guys. That's why I was drawn to these cards. I mean, Three of Pentacles, I don't really ever think of as a card that's associated with creativity. Maybe I'm just, that's something I've missed in the traditional meaning of that card. But for me, Three of Pentacles is a teamwork card. It is a team effort. If you're, at work in a team situation or in a romantic situation, somebody putting in the effort with you to work towards that. It's the Trinity, it's the physical. Here, I'm getting very much again on the job side. So I'm just saying, as an aside, what are the chances we'd have Queen of Fire, which talks about creativity, and the Three of Pentacles, power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. So I'm getting that perhaps there is a fire sign individual that you could pair up with, maybe doing spiritual seminars, online things, sharing the revenue in that, starting your own YouTube channel, writing, maybe doing some freelance, something like that. I just feel like this is the time you're being presented. You need to look at this, as terrifying as this is, as an opportunity to spread your wings, as this is saying, for out of a situation that was making you miserable, was toxic, and wasn't allowing you to fulfill your life purpose. So going forward, yeah, I mean, the energy forward we have is the Nine of Wands. That's an energy of feeling overburdened right now. But I think, it's this card, it's an encouragement card in this deck. It's saying, don't give up. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Again, another card about creativity, confidence, creating things. So you're being very strongly urged to do the things you've always wanted to do. You've either never had the confidence, either in your gifts or in maybe not necessarily your gifts, but of making them into a lucrative, turning them into pinnacles. It was always maybe an etheric thing, like I'll just do this as a hobby, but it's like having the confidence to put yourself out there. I mean, you guys know it's been a little over a year since I started this channel, and I never in a million years would have dreamed that I would start a YouTube channel. 2 years ago, I would have, most nights I was, I was studying. Was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. I was studying. Right now, I was studying tarot. I studied tarot for 3 or 4 months every week, learning the cards and everything. But I started watching the YouTube channels, obviously to get guidance on my own journey, but also to learn. And some of these readers and the things they were doing and pulling out and the messages, and they were so uplifting, and I just thought I would never have the confidence to do something like that. And Spirit was just urging me, and I was kind of like, all right, I'm going to do this. If I can do it, I'm telling you right now, you can do it. I'm not, you guys see, I'm not doing anything professional, anything fancy. My equipment, half the sometimes my videos will run out before I'm done talking. You guys have seen it all. What's important is the messages. And, I don't have a lot of followers. I mean, there's probably, there's not a ton of people that even really watch my videos or subscribe. But if I can affect one person, 5 or 10 people with these messages, that's what it's all about. Okay. Obviously, if you're going to do this as a career, you want to make this lucrative, but there are ways to do that. There are a lot of websites, light worker groups, things that I could be sharing my gifts more and be more active in, and try to get a rapport with, some of the admins and things like that, and get my stuff shared. Maybe contact some of these other YouTube readers, try to partner up. I've not done any of that. I mean, there are definitely avenues for getting yourself out there. You've just got to start. That's the hardest part, is starting. Okay. I feel like you are feeling, again, right now, there's some heavy energy, maybe feeling betrayed by Spirit, feeling unstable financially. Like, if I'm supposed to be here spreading the light and doing all these things, why is this happening? And I guess what's coming through is that you weren't going to shift unless this happened. You're being called, I think, to really have the confidence to go out there and do this. Again, we've got 10 of Wands. That's you're feeling overburdened. You're feeling out of balance. You're very stressed. You're stressed, I think, too, about the pandemic. And what I'm getting is the message coming forth for you guys, earth signs, is to turn it over to spirit. You may feel betrayed by spirit, but you've got the Hierophant here, unity. Number 5, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. And you also had accept help from others. So I think this is an encouragement for you to try to partner with someone, seek guidance, and try to get into, this type of a thing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual work. That's just what I'm picking up on right now. But it could be, just something you've always wanted to do. Maybe you've always wanted to teach. Maybe you have a degree in something that you've never really used, right? You got this job that was really lucrative and it was making all the bucks. Well, but your passion has always been to run a nonprofit, or your passion's always been to do something else. And there may be opportunities now that are opening up because of everything going on for you to pursue these dreams. You just have to, you have to have the confidence, and you have to trust in spirit that this is the reason. This is the reason that the death happened, that the change happened. The outcome is that it's divine. It's divinely orchestrated, okay? So now that we're 16 minutes, we are going to go over to Vimeo. If this is resonating for you, we're going to look into some, I'm going to pull another spread, maybe to look in some of these partnerships, some other things that might be coming in. I'm going to pull some guidance cards, look into maybe some specific healing things that you can work on right now while you're in this this phase, and some of the changes that are coming in. So I hope to see you over on Vimeo. If not, I wish you either way a beautiful month, and try to stay positive, stay healthy, and I will see you guys next time.